Now from WCIA3 News.
It's a new world for student athletes, how they now have control over their image and likeness. Plus, dozens are displaced after an explosion near the U of I's campus. But it's not just those without a place to stay who are being affected.
And the holiday weekend, it's time to head to the lake. But with all of the rain, will this be open?
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA3 News at 6.
Front of this movement, yet another reason for student athletes to choose Illinois for college.
And with a swipe of the pen by the governor, student athletes can now sign endorsement deals. Good evening, I'm Jessica Coons.
And I'm Jennifer Roscoe. Illinois is now the 13th state to have a law giving college athletes the ability to make money off their name, image, and likeness. We have team coverage for you tonight. Our sports director, Brett Behrens, is with us in the studio. Sports reporter Marley Weirda is at the Smith Football Center. And reporter Cole Henke live at the State Farm Center. First, Brett, this is an historic day in college sports here in Illinois.
It's really a new horizon. Our state is now in a great spot to be at the forefront of all of this, and what is a nationwide movement. The NCAA has dragged its feet for a long time, hoping that it didn't get to this point and trying to keep its model of amateurism, but now that is out the window thanks to this, as all Illinois college students, athletes, are now going to be able to strike a deal with a local restaurant to be their spokesperson. They can be in commercials, sign autographs for cash, or make money off their social media posts. And that's big for the star athletes like Trent Frazier and Jake Hansen, but other non-revenue athletes are also going to cash in. Illinois gymnast Dylan Kolak has nearly 500,000 followers on TikTok with 17.1 million likes. That translates to cash in his pocket.
It's me because a lot of companies have in the last year have reached out to me and asked if I've been interested in any sort of collab. I've never really responded to them because it was always against the NCAA rules. So now it's just really exciting because companies can reach out to me and I can actually respond and move forward.
There is more than just the revenue sports here. Any deals over $500 do have to be reported to the school by the athletes, and they are allowed to hire people to help them manage their profile and business, including agents, but they can't assist in any other professional services. It's all going to look a lot different moving forward for both the athletes and the consumers. And we now go live to Cole Henke, who is live at State Farm Center, where everything happened today. Cole, and the changes, maybe there's more coming at the federal level, maybe even at the state level, but this has been a long time coming for Illinois.
Yeah, that's right. State lawmakers and university athletic departments were not seeing eye to eye on this issue just a year ago, but today they stood together in this building as Pritzker signed the bill. With one signature, Governor Pritzker changed the landscape of college sports in the state. College athletes can now profit off their own name, image, and likeness, and the University of Illinois is completely on board.
Is everything, isn't it? Because 2 years ago, the universities were opposed to it, and I think that's because they thought the NCAA would do the right thing and make it a national thing where everyone's on the same playing field.
Athletic Director Josh Whitman signed a letter sent to lawmakers last year saying he would rather see action taken at the national level instead of by the state. But today, he stood with Pritzker as he signed the bill.
But when it became evident here in the last several months that we were running out of time, that there wasn't anything pending or impending in terms of something getting done by the NCAA or the federal government, then it became obvious that we needed to have something done at the state level.
The University of Illinois has been preparing its athletes for the new landscape of college sports for months. The athletic department created an entirely new position solely dedicated to helping athletes work through deals and build their brands. The university's proactiveness was a welcomed sight for former Illinois football player and bill's sponsor, Representative Cam Buckner.
I'm excited about the legwork that's being done. It means that these universities are taking this seriously and they want to put our student athletes in a very effective and advantageous position.
And athletes like Illini senior offensive lineman Vidarian Lowe can't wait for that first paycheck.
This is something that, like I said, I never thought, would happen. And, with me having a family and whatnot and me having children, this is something I'm going to be able to lean back on. I think that it'll help me, until it's my time to leave this university.
Now, Lowe told me that this is something that he has always dreamed of to be able to do to support his family, but he never thought it would happen while he was still here at the University of Illinois. Reporting in Champaign, I'm Cole Hankey, WCIA3, your local news leader.
All right, Cole, thank you. Interesting how they changed the leaders of Illinois into now saying this is okay. All right, now we go live to Marley Weirda. She is at the Smith Football Center where several businesses are on hand tonight. I see Josh Whitman there behind you as well. They are all coming together to try and figure out how to make this work.
Right, Brett, because it's not only a new frontier for athletes, but some of these business owners as well. They're expecting about 100 of them to come to campus tonight. As you can see behind me, there's about a couple dozen of them so far. And like you mentioned, Brett, Illinois Athletic Director Josh Whitman. They have a more formal presentation that begins around 6:20 to help them learn about this new bill that was just signed into law, because in a couple of days they'll be able to pay athletes to endorse their product, their business. They'll be working with athletes. Illinois is also launching a program called Influence, which is helping athletes to navigate this, as well as they'll be dealing with how to manage their personal brand, their finances, and everything in between. And Brett will have much more on that coming up later in the Sportscast. But for now, we'll send it back to you.
Marley, thanks. We look forward to hearing more from you coming up in sports. Senate Bill 2338 deals with a lot of complex issues here. As we work forward, the NCAA has prohibited all of this for decades. So now everything's on the table. It's all complex, but it's all very simple. The free market will determine what an athlete can make off their name, image, or likeness. Some will make more than others. It's not fair necessarily, but that's the way business works. And that's where we are today.
Certainly a lot to unpack in all of this.
Yes.